played Uncharted 4: A Thief's End's main campaign, but very little of the multiplayer, so this review is still in progress. Here's what I think so far.
Good to have you back, Drake.
Yeah, it's good to be back.
In amongst its frantic combat, slick parkour, and outrageous action choreography, Uncharted 4: A Thief's End achieves something wonderful: maturity. This is less a breezy lad's tale reveling in fortune and glory, and more a story about the lads when they're all grown up.
I just don't do that kind of thing anymore.
Bolstered by an equally developed graphics engine and career-high performances from its cast.
Sam?
It's good to see you again, Nathan.
What lets it down, however, is an uninspired and overly long third act, which slows down its pace considerably with repetitive gameplay.
That won't work.
Uncharted 4 consequently falls short of the greatness achieved by some of developer Naughty Dog's leaner, more inventive predecessors. Its 15-hour experience kicks off with focus and does a terrific job of exploring Nate, Elena, and Sully as a more world-weary group of adventurers, with their concerns about setting out on one more adventure layered throughout its quieter moments in marvelous incidental conversations.
Wait, Sully, you're telling me that you actually did some research?
Your companion characters never break the spell in action either. If you choose to play stealthily, so will they. If they're in your way while climbing, they'll let you clamber over them. They're competent in gunfights, helpful in traversal, and witty throughout.
Sully, you gotta be crazy to wear a shirt like that.
Crazy handsome.
They feel vital. This level of polish and slickness permeates Uncharted 4. During traversal, you can now reach for platforms with a DualShock thumbstick, which leads to fluid, unbroken climbing. A new 4x4 controls well over tricky terrain, and the camera worships Nate's grappling hook.
Oh, that kinda hurt.
While I would have enjoyed more to do in Uncharted 4's more expansive environments, I appreciated that occasionally there was more than one pathway to reach my goal. The same can be said for the stages of more violent action, as most encounters take place on elaborate adventure playgrounds, allowing for more stealthy play. I liked having the option to play less aggressively, even if this is fairly pedestrian and routine stealth gameplay in 2016. If you are noticed, Uncharted 4's bad guys will spring into action and distinguish themselves in combat. Open level design allows them to pull relatively intelligent moves like flanking, and they'll rarely forget you're there if you try to hide. Such credible behavior means you have to keep moving in battle. It's typical Uncharted-style shooting, but there's a genuine satisfaction born from each kill. It's fun, frantic stuff, and somehow the visuals keep up with it all. Uncharted 4's dramatic vistas are predictably impressive, but it's the little details that really astound. The regularity of such beauty borders on ridiculous. It may be 30 frames per second, but this is the prettiest game I've ever played.
Look at that beauty.
Regarding the series' trademark outrageously choreographed action sequences, Uncharted 4 suffers from a curious lack of imagination. There are some explosive bright spots, but otherwise the thrills here tend to be of a more predictable nature. This becomes a big problem in Uncharted 4's third act, where the pacing slows down to a crawl. This jungle section is a repetitive stretch of shooting and climbing, and after a while, every encounter blurred together into a slog. Things do pick up significantly by the end, though. The thoughtful exploration of these characters and their relationships with each other has a subtle payoff which bucks against the typical action formula. It's to Naughty Dog's credit that it's unafraid to stay true to its characters and their motivations.
Just bring me back something shiny, will you?
I haven't seen much of Uncharted 4's 5 vs 5 multiplayer modes yet, but what I've played has been competent. The far from revolutionary team deathmatch mode embodies the series' most enjoyable qualities: camaraderie,
Here it comes!
sheets of bullets, and a constant sense of momentum. There are also more outrageous supernatural abilities than its predecessors, and it sings loudest when they converge at the same time. Plus, you have a handy sidekick.
I need backup!
These are particularly useful in battle, fulfilling basic tasks like sniping, brute force shooting, and healing, and make for hilariously frantic encounters as you try to get past them to reach your target.
You had it coming!
As it stands, they're currently the most interesting addition to Uncharted 4's online mode. If I had to score Uncharted 4 right now, I'd give it an 8.8 for great. But I'm not done. Stay tuned to IGN for the final review score soon after Uncharted 4 comes out on May 10th.